welcome back to the Married at First Sight After Party. Tonight I've been getting all the details about life after Decision Day with Eris, Nicole, and Shaquille. Okay, Nicole, well, you didn't waste any time playing matchmaker for your newly single friends. Let's take a look at this very interesting clip.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, Dom.
Bye, Dom. So, Mac and Gina, would you be willing to go on a date?
So, wow. I was not prepared for that. I didn't see that coming.
I just think it would be, amazing to see if there was a misconnection.
Now, Nicole, you know you were being super messy. And then you were like, oh, nothing. I just magically thought of Gina and Matt going out on a date.
Nicole going Nicole every time.
I know that, the internet, the fans, they're all going to come for me for this, but this was all milling around. We know that Mac was interested in Gina. We know Gina's interested in Mac. We know they're divorced. It was kind of a tense moment. We just found out Shaq and Kirsten weren't together. So what do? I volunteer to be the awkward person who breaks the tension. And I know it looks uncomfortable, but we were all just pretty much trying to make them feel uncomfortable because it was funny. I mean, we're in a group.
What funny to Clint?
Oh, please, Clint couldn't care less.
Okay, because I was...
Did you see his face?
Yeah, he looked...
Are you going to sit here and tell me that was his real face?
I think in the grand scheme of things, he didn't care, but like in that moment, the male ego, it was a little bit of the male ego.
I agree.
For him to just say, I have zero care in the world about that, I don't think that was the case.
And I was sitting between Mac and Clint, and my face was just like...
You know what? He could have said, I don't think this is appropriate, Nicole. He's a man of his words. He says everything that's on his mind. So you know what? I'm not going to apologize. And this is going to be great because now I'm getting all heated.
Get her Twitter.
Yeah.
Get her Twitter.
I am who I am. You guys know who I am. And Dom left, but I told her, and I called her. She was visiting her friend at the hospital. I said, this is what just happened. She said, okay, great, good for them. So I would not have done anything knowing there were any feelings still involved. I love Clint. I'm sorry if I hurt his ego. I will call him later and personally apologize.
Clint is fine. Yeah, I promise you, Clint is fine.
I know he's fine.
Well, on another note, I want all of you all to answer this. When you think about the process, where do you think you had the most growth?
As mortifying as it is to see myself have these, breakthroughs, breakdowns almost every week, for me, it was so healing, and I don't know that I would have gotten there without this process.
Ironically, even though I didn't say yes on decision day, I feel like just kind of sticking through with something and seeing it through, because maybe 3 years ago, Eris, I might have pulled a Mac and Dom 10 days. This ain't gonna work. I'm out of here.
I think for me, learning what vulnerability looks like, learning what emotional intelligence is, and I'm just grateful because I think God placed this process in my life because I needed it.
Well, thank you all so much for sharing your insight tonight, and thank you for making the daring decision to give all of us at home a glimpse into your personal lives. Very brave to do. Well, listen, that's all the time that we have for tonight, but before we go, here's a sneak peek at what happens on next week's brand new episode of Married at First Sight.
Next time on Married at First Sight.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Hey, I'm intrigued by Gina. I think she's very attractive.
When we first all met to go to the airport, I did notice you first.
It's 1900.
I don't think the gold chair is necessary.
And are you attracted to me?
I'm very attracted to you.
You had any sex since D-Day?
As a matter of fact, I've had sex. Hi there.
How are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
All right, well, it looks like there's a lot of first dates next week. Eris, Nicole, Shaquille, thank you so much for joining me at the after party tonight. To everyone at home, tune in next week when I'll be sitting down with Clint, Eris, and a guest we haven't seen in a while, McKinley. I'm Jamel Hill. Good night.